Hey, what's up guys, it's Kazooie here, and welcome to another FIFA 15 squad builder on my channel. And today, I've got another hybrid skill squad for you guys. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. The formation I decided to go with is the 4-3-3 and then the fourth variation. Probably one of my favorite formations this year, actually, especially when it comes to the 4-3-3 ones. In goal, we have a silver goalkeeper from Mexico, that is Orozco there, with 85 kicking. And overall, this goalkeeper is actually really good. He made most of these saves that you can see on your screen right now. Fantastic goalkeeper, was a very solid for me, and I did not really expect that at all, to be honest, since he was mainly there for the chemistry reasons. To link up with this guy, that is Corona, also a player which is mainly there for chemistry reasons, but he was actually really solid. 73 pace, 65 defending, and 80 physical, and also that important high defensive work rates. Then we move on to the other centre back, who's actually a gold player from Chelsea, that is Gary Cahill. He was I think probably one of my favorite centre backs in FIFA 14. He was absolutely amazing for me that year, and also this year in Ultimate Team he's actually very good. This was actually for me the first time I used him. He has 84 defending. His physical might not be the best, but overall he's just so good. He's pretty much everywhere when it comes to defending, so I would highly recommend him to you guys. Then the right back is an upgraded player, that is Nathaniel Klein. You can obviously go with Kyle Walker if you prefer him, but I decided to go with Klein since he obviously got that upgraded version. His normal card is a silver, who's actually pretty good as well. Then the left back is Marcelo there from Real Madrid. Played a bunch of games with him since I also have him in my Brazilian team, and he's actually very good. There were some other players I could have gone with as well, but I mainly decided to go with Marcelo since I actually really like him this year too. So we move to the first centre mid and also the first 5-star skiller in this team. That is the legend himself, that is Ronaldinho, and I think he's a player in Ultimate Team this year that not a lot of people use, since he now plays in the Mexican league and he doesn't really have the greatest stats either. But for me, he's absolutely awesome. His free kicks are seriously on point every single year. I've scored a lot of goals with him in his team as well, mainly free kicks. You can see the clips right there as well. Nice cheeky free kick there under the wall, which looked pretty sweet as well. But yeah, overall Ronaldinho, in my opinion, he's just like one of the 5-star skillers I love so much, because he's not really the fastest, but I do not really have a problem with it because his dribbling is so high. You can just get past players really easily, even though he doesn't have the greatest pace, which is only I think 54. Also shooting is awesome. I scored a few long shots with him before as well in a different team, but as I said before, his free kicks are awesome. Just scores them every single time, even though my opponent decides to put a player on the line. So yeah, we move on to the next player, who's going to be a center attacking mid, a non-rare player, and you probably all know who it is. That is of course going to be Shermiti. 4-star skin was on him. He's mainly there for chemistry reasons, but even though he's just there for chemistry reasons, he's pretty okay. He has 4-star skin moves, so you can pull off some skin moves with him, but he's not really the main player I used in this team. Then we move on to the other center mid. That is another upgraded player, that is Matic. For me, the first time I used him this year, and all I can say is that he's just a quality player when it comes to sort of a holding mid or more of a defensive player, because he was pretty much the only midfielder that had like solid physical and solid defending, and he did an awesome job. Even though he was the only player, he was everywhere when it came to defending and stuff, so I absolutely loved him. And then the right winger is obviously going to be Guadrado, the 5-star skiller who moved to Chelsea. Played 6 games with him, got 6 goals and also 1 assist, which I think is not too bad, because before I used his Chelsea version, I mainly built this team around his Fiorentina version with also in for Matias Fernandes, but I decided to switch it around mainly because I thought it would be a little bit too attacking, so I decided to put Matic and also Guadrado into the side, also Cahill and Klein, I think, because that is also why it only said 6 games for them. But overall, Guadrado is really awesome. At the start of FIFA 15, I tried his Fiorentina version. I had some problems with him when it came to finishing and stuff, but his Chelsea version seemed to be a lot more clinical, especially when it came to skill runs and just finishing them off, because usually with his Fiorentina card, I mainly just kept hitting the post and stuff and just kept putting it wide, which was a bit annoying. But his Chelsea version, for me anyway, seemed to be a lot more clinical, which is pretty sweet as well. Then we move on to the striker, which is going to be Yassine Shikawi. It was for me the first time I used him in this team. Obviously got his inform because of the Africa Cup of Nations. Played 16 games with him, got 10 goals and also a lot of assists, which is pretty sweet. And overall, Yassine Shikawi is just an awesome 5-star skiller, especially when it comes to cheap informs or just cheap 5-star skillers in the game, because he got 5-star skill moves and also 5-star weak foot. And since he's one of the 2 players that actually has both, I would highly recommend him to you guys. I've used his normal version so many times. I think I played over 100 games or maybe even more just with his normal version on Ultimate Team. That is just how much I love him. The downside with him, of course, is that he plays in a sort of an off league. You can only properly link him with Chermiti, but for me, it doesn't really matter that much because you can also just sub off Chermiti maybe for another 5-star skiller or something. But yeah, overall, Shikawi's inform version was absolutely awesome. Although I did not really feel a big difference compared to his regular card, but overall, I really liked him, and I think he's definitely worth the coin since he's pretty cheap as well. So we move on to the final player in his team. That is going to be second in form Neymar, and he also got his upgraded card, which I actually haven't used yet, so I don't really know if he's much better compared to his first in form or his upgraded version. But overall, I freaking love Neymar. He was so good for me, and his finishing is unreal as well, especially his shooting. It's sort of comparable to in form Ribéry, I think, who also has immense shooting. That's the first thing I noticed straight away, and you can probably see it from the goal you just saw as well. Like the way it went into the back of the net, like every time I just shoot with him, it just goes into the back of the net, which is pretty awesome. I think overall I got 17 goals with him, and I think 24 games or something, which is not too bad. Also, his 5-star weak foot is also a must, I feel, because like him and Shikawi are the only 2 players in the game that have 5-star weak foot and 5-star skill moves. So that is also sort of the main reason why I decided to put those together in one team. But yeah, his weak foot is also pretty awesome, especially since it is 5 stars. You just cannot go wrong with Neymar. If you do not have the coins for a second in form, which I think most of you do not have, I would recommend to try out his normal card, because his normal card, for me anyway, is also pretty awesome. By the way, this goal could have been pretty sweet with Ronaldinho. That volley was pretty awesome, but Neymar was there to finish it off. But yeah, like I said, his regular card is also pretty awesome. I think he goes for about 150k or something. So if you don't have a lot of coins, definitely go with his regular card, because I feel he's also just one of my favorite 5-star skillers in the game this year anyway. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, then make sure to leave a like. Would be very much appreciated, and if you can hit 2,000 likes, that would be absolutely awesome. So I'd like to thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.